Hello, y'all. How are y'all doing? I want to thank y'all for waiting. I know I'm about a little bit over 30 minutes late, and I do apologize. But I got thrown a little bit behind today, so I had to kind of watch some of the stuff that I wanted to watch about this case a little bit later than I expected, and I was taking notes on that. So I do apologize for that. Happy birthday, Paula. Hi, Diary of Mystic. Melanie is about subscribe to Diary of Mystic. She has a great channel, so hop on over there and subscribe if y'all haven't yet. Hi, Meg, Lady D. Hi, Star, Jay, Darlene, Melanie, I think I said. Hi, Tristan, Elaine. Okay, so the case that I picked for us to read, I actually really wanted to do it sitting on the floor. Hey, Katie, and Mimi, Jeannie, Danielle. Hey, my lady. I was going to sit on the floor, actually, and do the recording. Hold on, my cat's eating cereals. Let me put it up because it's probably not going to be good for his tummy. It's on the. Sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, cereal. Go eat your kitty food. Okay, so I apologize. So, anyways, since I couldn't do it sitting on the floor like I wanted to, we're basically going to do it as a live reading for the. His name was Joseph Joe was what they called him, Clyde Daniels, and he was born on July 30th of 2012. He was 5 years old when he went missing. He was also autistic and nonverbal. And then I want to thank you for everybody who's in the room again, and I want to thank everybody for waiting. Hey, Sam and Lisa, Rose, Sharon, Mimi. So basically, I wrote down as much as I could because there really wasn't any articles on them that I could find recently besides like 2-minute clips of like basically what the parents' sentencing was. So if anybody knows more about the case, if y'all want to ask questions when the reading's over, y'all are more than welcome to do so. Like I said, and I'll let y'all give kind of a rundown of what I was able to find on it. The cat's hilarious. Oh yeah, I know. He loves being like a part of the show. But his name is, like I said, his full name was Joseph Joe Clyde Daniels. Like I said, he was murdered by homicide by his own father. He was 5 years old and he was autistic. He was nonverbal. And I think I said his date of birth was July 30th of 2012, which made him a Leo. His father was Joseph Ray Daniels, and he admitted to beating him to death because he said that he had a short-tempered triggered temper. The mother is Crystal Daniels. She basically said that she tried to recant her statement that she found her husband with clenched fist standing over the baby's body, and he admitted that he beat him. So the mother is charged for aggravated child neglect, and in 2019, the remains have still not been found of the baby, but we do know they were disposed of by the father. Later on, Crystal tried to recant her statement to the TBI, this happened in Tennessee, and that's when she said she found her husband beating the baby, but then she tried to say something else, I think, later, but it didn't really say in the news article what she changed that I found. But there was supposedly a phone call that was recorded in jail where he slipped and confessed that his trial was in August of, I want to say last year. But as I try to find as much as I could, as quick as I could, as far as like fact wise, I say because most of it's going to go into the tarot reading anyways, and it'll kind of tell us what he wants to know or what he wants us to know. So if y'all can give it a thumbs up as y'all come in, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, not at trial yet. Okay, I just know that it said that the father had admitted to beating him, and the mother kind of admitted to I guess just like maybe watching it happen. I'm not really sure. But I do know that the dad is charged with homicide, and the mom, I guess, is child neglect and kind of letting it happen or something, but he was autistic and nonverbal. So, again, I don't really see why you would beat a child who can't speak. That's why you'd beat any child, but much less one that doesn't speak. But happy birthday again, Star Mutter. And hi, Pug Life. Hi, Haley. How are you doing? Hey, Lady D. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa and Lisa. How are you both? I don't know why I shut my book. I always do that, and then it takes me forever to find the page. So I apologize. Actually, it was easy to find this time. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here. Before I get started, I guess, since I don't have many questions about him, is anybody in the room familiar with this case? His name was Joe Clyde Daniels, 5 years old, autistic, nonverbal. If you are familiar with it, if you can give me a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. And hello to everybody as y'all come into the room. If you can give it a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. Hi, Darlene. So we're going to be channeling Joe Clyde Daniels. He's about 5 years old. He's autistic. He was missing at 5 years old. This happened in, he was born in 2012. He went missing on April 4th of 2018. But his dad later admitted to, so y'all are aware of this case then, Lily and Pug Life? And Darlene? Hey, Mystic. Okay, so do y'all have any questions then? Because I really couldn't find much clips on it. So, like I said, I have the basic of what the parents admitted, but I don't really know the storyline behind of why or how it happened. So if there's any questions that y'all have that I can ask him, I'd greatly appreciate it, because I would like some more clarity on exactly what happened. Because like I said, the news articles were very short, and it was basically just of the parents being in trial and basically admitting, like I said, the dad admitting it and the mom admitting that she watched it happen. So if you can write it in capital letters, all caps, I'd appreciate it, because it'll stand out. You have a crush. Thank you, Julio. Yeah, they both did recant their statements, but I want to say that they were kind of told to fuck off with that I mean, I don't think literally, but that's what I'd have said. I know she did. Well, he said something else happened. I think he said she did it, and then she said something else happened. I don't know later. But like I said, if y'all have any questions that y'all would like me to ask him, here comes my cat in capital letters. Sorry. I'd really like 2 or 3 questions maybe to ask him, so I can kind of, hi Nikki, kind of get a little bit more clarity on the situation. Yeah, it was brought to he was in Tennessee. Like I said, it happened in 2018. He's been missing for years. He would have been, I guess, 6 or no. 8 now, I guess. He'd be 8 years old now. Baby Joe. Yes, they're still searching for his body. The father had already admitted that he killed him, and the mother admitted that, he was beat to death by his dad. That's what I'm saying. And he said that he disposed of him. The mother said she came in and saw the father beating him, but then she took it back. Okay. Does he know where his remains are? I have 3 questions so far. I think she tried to make it sound like she came in after and it was already kind of like done, and then like she didn't really have it. I can feel like one more question. I mean, it's 3 questions, but if nobody else has any other questions, we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah. He was loved by his church. What Mystic is dropping. He was a very sweet kid, and everybody said how sweet he was. So I already have. Did she have help? So I have. Does he know where his remains is? Why did your father hurt you, and did she help? So one more question. The father beat him to death. I mean, I can ask him, but that's what he said. He said he beat him to death, and then, like, I guess he buried him or something. I'm already asking, did she help the dad? No, you're fine. I'm just saying, I already wrote it down. Like, I already wrote it down. I realized you were trying to spell it, and it was misspelled, so I did write it down. Okay. Well, I did say, why did your father hurt you? But I can't ask him. I can ask him what led up to it. But the father did supposedly say that he had, like, some kind of, like, hairline anger trigger or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I can ask that. Sorry. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started because I have about 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 questions. So, I'm gonna get some more questions when I'm done too, if anybody else has any. So, okay, Lily. We'll see. Well, like I said, at the very end, if y'all have any more questions that aren't answered during the spread, I do have my PayPal and all my other links set up. It's like 3 for one question, and then for more than one question, depending on how many, it's 777, which is usually 2 to 3 questions, and you get between 6 to 9 cards that clarifies it, and an oracle card. So, and then I also have the pendulum. So if you want like 5 questions answered, you can, which is a yes or no question or a maybe, and that's $5 even. So that is up to you when we're done with the spread if you choose to ask any questions yourself. So we're going to go ahead and channel Joe Clyde Daniels. He was 5 years old. He was born on July 30th of 2012. He is a Leo. He was autistic and nonverbal, and his dad, Joseph Ray Daniels, admitted to beating him to death. He said that he had a hair-trigger temper. The mother, Crystal Daniels, admitted that she had walked in and found her husband with clenched fist over the child, and that she didn't do anything really. By 2019, no remains had been found, and it was recorded on a jailhouse phone call that he admitted that he had killed a child. So we're going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Samuel to come through. Like I said, his date of birth was 2012, and he went missing on April 4th of 2018. So he's been missing for 2 years now. So, what are you making, Crash? All right. So, anyways, let's go ahead and find out what's leading up to days or weeks, days, and months leading up to it, what it was like. All right, so the first row is going to be the days, weeks, and months leading up to basically his passing, because his dad admitted he beat him to death. So what was going on the days, months, and weeks leading up to your passing? There was overindulgence, and it got dumped out somehow. So I don't know if he felt that he was overindulging, and so maybe there was some way that the kid was getting in the way that he couldn't overindulge. Sorry, I'm trying to get the glare off of the card too. But basically, I said the overindulgence card was taken away. The 3 of Cups was taken away. So I don't know if it was a third party or just like the sex, drugs, and overindulgence thing. And so, because that's how I look at it. I look at it like whenever you first get out of a relationship and you just go buck ass wild. They weren't able to go buck ass wild, and so they weren't happy about that. So, let's figure out why it is that they weren't able to go buck ass wild and why it disappointed them and what it had to do with Joe. So, I'm gonna get new cards. My cards are stuck. Hold on. Okay. You all make me smile. So anyways, why is the Three of Cups here? Joe, what was going on days, weeks, and months leading up to your passing? Okay. So his mother did have more to do with it than she said, because there was an unequal give and take after the Three of Cups was dumped out with the Six of Pentacles. So they felt that it was unfair. They wanted more emotion, but they wanted it in a way that was going to bring in the Empress energy in reverse. And whenever this came in reverse, it brought in the Nine of Cups in reverse. So I kind of feel like even though the dad beat him to death, it was almost like maybe the mom was like, didn't really care. You know what I mean? I don't feel like she did. Obviously, if she stood there and watched him beat him to death, I mean, yeah. Wands is in reverse, so that means somebody came in with a very harsh energy. Wands are usually actions, so that means somebody came in and did an action that was very harsh, and it was very immature and very quick. So what happened the day that you passed, sweetie? He began a new world the day that he passed. Something happened, and he had a brand new start. Why is the World card here for your brand new start? Because the Two of Cups was dumped out on top of him. And so when it was dumped out, it made him feel sad. It made him feel depressed. And he felt that if he had a relationship with anybody within this earthly realm, it no longer stood. So that is why the Ace of Cups is dumped out. So why else is the Ace of Cups dumped out? Or the Two of Cups. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep calling it the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups dumped out? I kind of feeling like heavy mother energy. I know it was the dad too, but I don't think the mom was as innocent as she's saying she is, because here's the Queen of Swords. So he's saying basically it was dumped out by the mother in reverse, because when it's upright, it's like of the mind, and like they're usually good family people, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But when it's in reverse, they have nothing. They usually want nothing to do with their family. They don't want to explain anything. They don't want nothing to do with nothing. Like they don't feel like they have to answer to anybody. And basically, like I said, they have a sword, so they're off in with your head when they're in reverse, and it is a woman energy. So, and it's underneath the cups being dumped out. So let's see what happened, how he feels now. He's feeling there's a decision that needs to be made with the Two of Swords, and it's coming in with strength in reverse, which means someone is needing to make a decision, but they do not feel like they are strong enough to make that decision. So that is what's stopping them in this near future if the trial has not come. Whoever, I think he's talking about somebody who's involved in the trial. It could be the mother. It could be the father. Let's see. What else are they feeling? How do you feel? The Hierophant is stepping in, the Lord, and they're saying they are not justified in this type of behavior. They're looking right, it's this way on the board. They're looking right at him, and they're saying it is not justified, the behavior that they are giving. So, and then that is in the eyes of the Lord. So, because the Hierophant to me is the Lord. So, why is the Hierophant here with the Five of Swords in reverse? Because justice has not been done yet. When justice is done, it will flip those around. So that's when he will be justified. I'm getting ready to go ahead and clarify. So as you're coming into the room, it says we have about 65 people in the room and only 48 likes. If you can give it a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. It is the same as holding a candlelight vigil. We do know the child has passed. So we want to go ahead and make sure that he knows we're all here to support him for the same reason. So I greatly appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. Like I said, it would help us bring in his energy. You can click out of the live box, and if you don't mind while you do that, you can also click on the subscribe bar and the notification bell, and it will let you know whenever we do lives like this in the near future. Like I said, and then at the very end, I usually answer questions about the dropped half the deck. I usually answer questions about the spread, and then we kind of talk about any other random questions that you have. Sorry, I have to pick up the deck. It fell on the floor. So I'm going to have to stand up because I'm lazy. Ow. Okay. So this is going to be the Rider-Waite deck that I'm be clarifying with. I started out with the Gilded Tarot deck by Circo Marchetti. Actually, I usually have the box out. Or Ciro Marchetti. I usually have the box out, but I forgot to put it out. So there it is. So that's the first deck that I used, which is going to be these ones from the back, and it's this type of card from the front. That's the artwork on it. And like I said, and this is going to be the Rider-Waite deck that I'm going to use next. Like I said, I want to say it's made by US Games, but it says I use it to clarify my main spread. So we're going to go ahead and see how Joseph is feeling about what is going on currently, how he felt about the days, weeks, and months leading up, the days of, and how he feels about the court process. Because he is talking a lot about the court process with God and two decisions and the Justice card in reverse. So let's see, why is the Three of Cups here in reverse? Because someone was waiting for something to come in. Like there was a Three of Wands, so it was like they were deciding between three things, and it's the Queen of Cups, and she is faced towards the Three of Wands, so she is concerned about what it is that's coming in for her. So she was waiting for something to come in, and it wasn't him. So this one we actually have a lot of cards, so hold on. I have to at least get 4 to clarify each one. All right, 1 second. All right, so we got 5 cards that came in. The 5 cards that came in was the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit. On the board, it is this way. So this is how it looks. So the Hermit is looking at the Six of Pentacles in reverse as if it is unfair, and so he is going into introspection over it. So this is what he was doing the days and months leading up. So also the Empress is there next. The Empress is here in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles being offered to her, but she's doing it in not a good or nor positive way. It represents the Taurus sign, which is a earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn are earth signs. But again, she is all fertile. She's usually what every man wants. Every woman wants to be. She's beautiful. She's fertile. She's all those things. But she's being offered something, but she's not lighthearted. So the offer is dark. She's being offered it by the Ace of Cups. So to her, it's a good offer, but it's coming from the King of Wands. So I don't know if this is her husband or somebody else. But then the next cards that come in are the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. So he was feeling like some heartbreak about overindulgence that was done. And the Knight of Wands is underneath it. So we're going to see why the Knight of Wands is underneath that and why he feels that way. Who is the Knight of Wands and why are they here? Because whoever the Knight of Wands is proud of what they done. Of what they have done. Like I said, they are happy that they were able to kind of get rid of the situation and kind of move on with the Six of Wands. They feel like they've gotten away with it, and so they are very proud of that. Now, why is the World here? The World is here again with the King of Pentacles in reverse, and they feel like with the King of Pentacles in reverse, he feels like he has a brand new offer. So I would say that is the father because he did strangle him. He feels like if he strangled him, he had a brand new offer, so he dumped out the Two of Cups on him. Why did he dump out the Two of Cups on him? What kind of offer was it? The offer was to move forward with something with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I don't know if it was the same woman or maybe another, but either way, that neither one of them wanted anything to do with the child anymore. That's what he's saying. Neither one of them wanted anything to do with it. So why is the Queen of Swords here? Because she was manipulating that day. She was manipulating the earthly realm, which means she was playing with the earthly things, the pentacles, the scepter, the wand, the sword, the wand, and the cup. So basically, this is what it looks like on the board. She's looking right at the magician, and she is manipulating the whole situation. So that would be the mother. That's why she's recanted her story. The next cards are going to be the Two of Cups, or the Two of Swords, and the Strength in reverse. So let's see why that is there. Because in the near future, they feel like they're trying to decide whether to come clean, maybe. Yeah, because they don't feel strong because they know that they've done wrong with the Seven of Cups. So they're trying to decide how to make it look like they haven't done so wrong. Why is the Hierophant and the Five of Swords here? Because they're carrying a burden still. They won't completely tell. I think the mom won't completely tell the truth, even though she's saying she did. She's not. And the father. They both keep recanting everything. So it's like the Hierophant saying, like, you're not going to win the battle, right? Like, you're not going to win the battle. He's looking right at the person. You're defeated. And the reason why is because you won't lay down the burden and tell the truth. That's why you're defeated. And that's why there is no justice within the system. Because you're not telling the truth. So, let's see why the Justice in reverse. Because of the Knight of Wands. I know he was here somewhere, but it is in reverse because someone is trying to make sure that it does not get justified. They're coming in quick towards justice. And they're not happy about it. And so maybe this could be, this is somebody who's in their 30, 40, so it could be the father. But they're not happy about it. So that could be why he recanted the statement so that he could go ahead and drag it. I'm sorry, my foot itches. So he can go ahead and drag it on further and further and further. So that is going to be the reading for him. I'm going to ask the questions that y'all had. So if y'all want to ask any questions, you can go ahead and use the pay links that I have. And I greatly appreciate it. If y'all have any questions about prices, then y'all and some of the moderators will let y'all know about the prices if they don't mind while I clear the board. And then we can go after, but I said I will be answering the questions you already asked. So if anybody feels that they didn't get it answered. One was, does he know where his remains are? And I'm going to say yes, because he already admitted that he killed him and he got rid of him. But I'll go ahead and ask the question. And then let's see. Anyone else source flows good spirit? Can you please tell me if the father knows where the body is? If he's going to tell. I'm sorry. Like, the dad has such a gross energy, I can't even shuffle my cards. I have to, like, spread them out, like, old school style. If they're all stuck together like glue. Jesus Christ. Does he know where he is? It's going to be, does the father know where he is? The mother knows where he is. Does the father know where he is? The mother hasn't decided whether to actually tell the truth on where he is. Unless the dad's taking on a woman's energy. No, I think this is the father. He's being immature. He's not going to say where she is. So basically, the mother knows where he is. She hasn't decided whether to tell the truth about it. And the father's not going to because he's an immature little ass. So, yeah, that's how that's going to work out. So, why did the father hurt him? The necklace. It's a mixture between black tourmaline. I think what Melanie said. I can't pronounce it right now. And then there's also pieces of I want to say it's like copper or something in it. I'm not really sure, but there's pieces of metal in it. So actually, it's on my. I did have it on my Amazon wish. If y'all are interested in it, I could add it to my Amazon wish list. So, next question is going to be, why did the father hurt him? Sorry, y'all, my eyes are super dry. Because of the mother? Again, it's the same person, so it's the mom. Why did the mom want the father to hurt him? Because she wanted a new beginning and she wanted to walk away from him. She didn't want anything to do with him anymore. So it was more the mother than it was the father. The father just beat him because the mother told him to. So they both were in on it. They both wanted out. And so it was the decision between the both. Why else did the father hurt you? Why else did the father and mother hurt you? Because they felt out in the cold with him and they felt that he did not create a happy home because of his disability. So next question. Yeah, she helped. So we already answered that. What led up to it? Can you please tell me, Sadie, what led up to it? I'll make this all one answer because it's a bunch of cards. What led up to it is the father. They basically shook the tower. Well, it's this way. The father shook the tower, but he's trying to look away like he didn't have anything to do with it, right? So, with that, they wanted a brand new start, and they were ready to let go of what they already had in the earthly realm. So it was both of them. They both participated. They both participated in manipulating the happy home. Because the Four of Wands is a happy home upright. I mean, the Magician is in reverse. So that means it's manipulation. So that is what was going on. So that would be the question for that. And has the dad done it before? That would be the next question. So if anybody else has any questions, again, my links are open to go ahead and ask questions. All my links are clickable in my about section. If you're having trouble clicking the links or finding them on your own, you can click out of the live chat and go into the about section on my main page, and that will give you the option to go ahead and ask the question. We have pendulums, cards, and one question cards, and then like 2 to 3 questions, depending on what questions it is. So, but they all range between 333, 777, and then the pendulum is like, I think 5 questions for $5 if I remember right. So, why did has the dad hurt them before? Just 1 second, y'all, while I shuffle. I need to take a phone call. Okay, I apologize. It was somebody I hadn't talked to that I needed to talk to I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I need to talk to him. So, did the dad hurt the child before this? That was the last question we had, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question. Like I said, if anybody else has any questions, I can answer it. If not, then we can go ahead and move on to something else. So, we're already 40 minutes in almost. So, did the dad hurt him before? Yeah. I feel like he tried to plant seeds with. I'm sorry, my cards are completely bent. I've had them for 4 to 5 years. Basically, if you look at it this way, it looks super pretty and shiny. All the pinnacles, they look full and abundant and whatever. But when you flip it this way, it doesn't look shiny or pretty. It looks like they're almost hidden. So that is what was going on as far as if the dad hurt him before. So I would say yes, he planted very many seeds to hurt the child. But he did it in a way where it was hidden almost, and it took a while before it came out eventually. What else was he doing? What else did he do to hurt you? He dumped out emotions on him all the time. He never showed him true love as a father should show their son. So the Two of Cups is you can be love, friendship, family members, any of those things. Now with those not given, that means in reverse, that means these cups, whatever's inside of them is being dumped out on top of them. And it is a man and a woman on this spread. I know it looks like 2 women, but it is a man and a woman. So And I know it's 2 boys, but I'm just saying it is a man and a woman. As far as hurting him before too. Besides 2 of Cups, what else did he do? He decided to make a decision because he felt like it made him feel like after he did it, he felt good about it. He felt good that he made him sad and made him nervous and made him all those things. He felt proud that he could make him upset. He was proud of that. So yes, he did do it before. All right, and that was the last question. So I'm not going to stay on too late tonight. But if y'all do have any questions, you're more than welcome to answer or ask them through the links, and then we will go on. But does anybody have any questions at all about anything? Yeah. I mean, he admitted to beating him to death. And the mom admitted to watching all of it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, she says she did nothing, but I don't believe it. I don't believe she never, and again, this just happened in Tennessee less than a year ago. Or no, 2 years ago. I'm sorry. So again, he was autistic and nonverbal, 5 years old. He was a Leo. He was born in 2012. He went missing in 2018 of April 4th. Yeah. And he was very well loved around his community. Is flute musician really here? I'm glad I can't see shit. No joke. Anyways, so okay, he's here. Do you know where your remains are? No. He doesn't know where they are. Wonder why. Was your father abusive always? Yes. Was your mother always abusive? Yes. Did they both kill you? Yes. I think I asked his dad hurt him before this, but I'm gonna ask again. Has your dad hurt you before this? Yes. Okay, so those are the questions with the pendulum that we're gonna ask him. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Candace and Star. Thank you, Jay, for doing that. Hey, Katie, Dining Gypsy, Lily. So I'm going to kind of answer the questions for his spread. If y'all have any other questions that y'all want to know, like I said, of course, everything's set up. If y'all don't want to do that, any questions tonight, we can do it tomorrow. Like I said, we are at 45 minutes. So, hey, Melanie. Heidi-ho. Don't even worry about anybody coming in here negative. I already have people screenshotting it and then deleting it. So it's already being taken care of. So if you even see like this dickhead who just came in again, flute musician, don't worry about it. I have somebody screenshotting it. So as long as someone screenshots it, I can use that to send to YouTube and report him, which I have been doing under all his 9 accounts that he has. So, like I said, let's just all stay within the chat and don't worry about what he's doing. So, how do y'all feel about that particular reading? The ones that do know what the storyline behind him was. Does it, I mean, I don't know much. I'm sorry, my sinuses are all. Like I said, I could find very, very, very little on anything about him. So, hi, Cassie. And what would your let's all thank Cassie for the donation. What would your question be, Cassie? Sorry, my eyes itch. My allergies are out of control. He's sleeping somewhere right now, but he'll probably be here soon just because you said his name. Will Maggot be charged for murder? You want me to just use the pendulum, or do you want me to do cards to Cassie? Okay. So it's $2. Like I said, I'll ask a question. But I'm only gonna ask that one question. So it is will she be charged in her murder? I got it. Thank you, Star. So will Maggot be charged? What? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. It's moving on, but I think she's moving on towards trial. So, but if you look at it, she's on. Well, this one she's not, but the other one they're on cement, so she's not going anywhere. It's not reversed, but she's moving towards trial. So we still have 2 more cards to pull out. So let's see what the Chariot's here for. Yeah, she's not going anywhere. She's looking on the board at the Chariot. She wants to go somewhere. This is how it looks. She wants to go somewhere, but she's not gonna go anywhere. So she's like, oh, I wish I was this, could be back like in the young world, hanging out with everybody in my car, moving, doing what I want. But basically, the law said, fuck no, Maggot, you ain't going nowhere. So let's see what the 6 of Swords is here for. Yeah, some harsh communication will come in. I think that's when she's gonna get the verdict. It's going to come in very fast. It's not going to take very long. So I think once she does go to trial, it's going to come back very quickly that she's guilty. So that will be your answer, if you don't mind. She did Lily. I bet that is what she is wishing. You're welcome, Cassie. Why not take today off, right? Because, God forbid, they don't fucking bug the shit out of us. Hi, Arthur. How are you? So we just did the reading. So whenever it replays, you can watch that. And we did a few questions also. Go play solitaire on your own computer, flute musician. And actually get off the fucking YouTube page and go play solitaire. So leave us alone. Any other questions? Again, let's thank Cassie for the donation. Okay, we greatly appreciate it. As you come into the room, if you can give it a thumbs up, we have about 69 in the room and 59 likes. You can also click out of the live chat. It'll leave you within the chat. All you have to do is give it a thumbs up and you can come right back into the live chat, or you can give it a thumbs up on your way out. Like I said, we were basically channeling Baby Joe. He went missing in 2018. So in April 4th, 2018. So, and he was nonverbal and autistic, but actually not missing. He's been murdered by his father. He admitted that he did beat him to death. So, he was nonverbal. I said he was nonverbal autistic, and but they will not tell where the body is. Both parents recanted their statements, but they will be on trial soon. Oh, hey, Haley. And I wasn't here earlier. I do apologize for being severely late. Yeah, we're not going to discuss that tonight on the page because it's not worth it. So thank you, Jay. But I'm not trying to be rude either, Jeannie. It's just we're not discussing that. So what else was I going to say? I don't remember now. Something about Haley. Yeah, I don't get it either about hurting your own kids. I really don't understand. Linda and Haley are mother and daughter. No, you're fine, Jeannie. Like I said, if you want to email me or something or whatever, then that's different. I just don't feel like it's worth airtime. So, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like I like even now, like I have meditation music on, like of like 900 hertz and higher for my son. I don't know if y'all can hear it again, but and that's not like, oh, that makes a parent whatever. But I'm just saying, like I'm like such like I don't want to say a helicopter mom because people are like, oh, that sounds so horrible, but like I don't know. I want to know what my kids are doing, where they are, if they're okay. Yes, I did do Chiron. I did Chiron last week, I think. He should be in the live playlist or in the true crime. But I think I did him in the true crime first and then did a live on him, if I believe right. My son, he's a little bit over 2. He'll be 3 in October. Oh, can you hear it again, Lily? Yeah, they're always going to be babies. Like I know it's like he's not really a baby, but he's a baby. You know what I mean? He's my baby. So, good night, Manuela. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be staying on too much longer either. I am very tired. Today has been a long day, and I ended up missing an appointment that I needed to go to because of it being a long day. So I need to kind of reschedule things tomorrow and kind of move things around. So I kind of want to go get those things taken care of tomorrow. And again, my skin is itching, and I have no clue why. Sorry, I'm tired. Yeah, I know. He took an early nap today, so that's why he's asleep. Which little girl, Dolly? There's a few little girls recently, unfortunately. I will. I said I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and then I'll head out. But I'm kind of wanting to see what everybody's. I'm kind of catching up with everybody's questions now. So, um, yeah, I was just seeing what Dolly's talking about a little girl. I don't know which little girl she means. Hi, Julie. Hi, Nikki. Or good night, Nikki. I was like, I said hi, Nikki, but good night, Nikki. Anita. Once I sign off, Jaws, it'll completely load it up and I'll put it in the live playlist and you can play it just like a regular video and you can actually watch the chat as it goes on. I don't know who Dolce Marie Alvarez is from, and that would be a dry reading, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. And if you're interested in that, you can email me about it and I'll look into it. But if you want to do it and you want it immediately, that would be considered a general reading, and all the information is in my About section. So, does anybody else, though, have any questions before I get off? Oh, Josh, you're practicing your reading? Should you do a baby reading? If you want to. I mean, do you know what all your cards mean, Jaws? No, I mean I can do baby readings. It's just I'm tired. There was stuff that happened today that was a little bit off guard, and I ended up missing an appointment because of it, and that's why I had to answer the phone calls. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to give a reading just to give a reading, but it's not fair nor accurate. I can use the pendulum, but again, if you want to do it, every question is $1 for the pendulum. So if you want me to do pendulums for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I can do that, but I won't do any more cards because I don't have the energy, honestly, to do the cards. So no, I'll look into it. I haven't heard of it. So that's what I'm saying. Like I can't really do a dry reading on something I don't know anything about. I kind of have to learn a little bit about it. No, you're fine, Lisa. Love you. I'm not gonna be on too much longer. Like I said, I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed. I'm hungry. I need to eat. So yeah. Like I said, my email's in my about section, Dolly, and you can email me an article or something, and I'll look into it because all I really need is a short news clip, and then I can look from there. I really don't need anything else. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to look, and I said, I'll put my email in there for you. All right, so that's my email, Dolly. So if you want to email me that, you can go ahead and do that, like I said, and I will look into it. Oh, hi, Linda Miller. How are you? Thank you, Arthur. Yes, Lisa, I love you. Good night. Katie, 9, she's 9. Damn kid was. What did you say, Anita? There's Linda Miller. Hi, Haley's mother. How are you? She had mentioned you the other night on a chat, so I'm glad you were able to join us. I'm sorry that I'm about to get ready to sign out pretty soon, but it is going an hour. But once I do sign out, y'all can go ahead and rewatch the video if you are interested in it. I did a reading for a young boy, and that was unfortunately murdered by his father, but it is a reading that I did. So and then I asked some questions that the people in the group had. And then we did a couple of questions, I want to say, with the pendulum, and a couple questions on tarot cards. So yes, your daughter's very sweet. I'm glad that both of you have found the page and y'all are able to join us, because I've greatly appreciated y'all and your daughter. And I'm glad you showed up. Good night, Jeannie. Yes, we can, Crash. I'm very interested in how that's going to go. Oh, that's right. I remember you saying you're from Tennessee. My house is where she is from. You're welcome, Haley. Yes, Linda. And your daughter is very sweet. I'm glad that she's a part of the group, and I'm glad you're here also joining us. So thank you. Oh, you have 2 daughters? Are they both here or just Haley? I would love for you to bring your sister on here if she's interested in this kind of stuff. That would be cool. But again, my sister is not too into it. She pops in every now and then, but she does not really too much into it. My mom and my dad show up a lot. And my mom was here yesterday, I think, if y'all remember. Josh, you're pregnant, right? Or is that somebody else? Yeah, I saw that, Molly. I think she just hopped in to say hello. Oh, that must have been somebody else. I thought. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Anita said Jaws is 17 weeks. Oh, no, I'm confused now. All right. Sorry, guys. Take care of something real quick. So, Oh, yeah. I used to too, Haley, and then it wasn't until I started using my gift set where I really didn't have it as much. Yeah? Why, are you pregnant, Melanie? Are you? Oh, Jinx is pregnant. That's right. Sorry, Jaws. Not. I just know it started with. There's a lot of J's that started in here. Sorry, guys. It's trolling time, so I'm on live, so they're trolling my videos. So I just want to make sure that I get it taken care of. It's not super important. I just want to make sure it's nothing negative that I can take care of now, that I need to take care of now, or can take care of later. So, LaShonda Wingard, thank you very much. And what question do you have? And which would you like to use? I would prefer to use the pendulum, but if you want to do the cards, it's going to be 3 cards. Well, go sit with your butt on a pillow in the air, Melanie. Thank you, Dolly, for subbing. I greatly appreciate it. And what questions did she have about the pendulums? I have the pendulum right here. I just need to know what questions that she wanted me to ask. You did it last night. I have a feeling you did it this evening, too. Do it, Haley. It's fun. I mean, it's not fun. It's like it's meditation. Like right now, I don't know if you. I said again, you can hear it. I have meditation. My son's listening to over 900 megahertz of like meditation music, so I have him listening to the highest meditation music as possible. So it's very good for you, and it does help a lot. So yes, pendulum is fine, and you're welcome. I'll go to court in my. We'll court. Yes, okay. Oven. Can you tell me if LaShonda's court date will go in her favor? Yes. No, I'll move it up so you can see I'm not moving it. So it is going back and forth on its own, which means that it is a yes, so that you will do fine with the court date. So you'll be fine with that. Hi, Robin. How are you from Kansas? Oh, yeah, we're going to do classes, actually, Haley, if you're interested in it. I was going to set up something. It is a Patreon account, I think, but I'm only going to do it for the time span of teaching tarot, and then I'm going to shut it down. So, unless y'all want to continue on with it. But again, if y'all are interested in that, I know before people were. So if y'all are still interested in that, if y'all could raise y'all's hands or a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll still set that up so that y'all can go ahead and learn how to do cards and see what kind of decks there are and what y'all are pulled towards. But if y'all are not interested in it, then I'm not really going to take the time to go set it up. But if y'all do want to learn, I'll be more than happy to set that up for y'all, and I'll do it at a very, obviously decent price, and it'll probably be like an hour or 2 worth of lessons, basically. Okay, so we'll do that then. I'll look into a Patreon account, and I will see about because there's a lot of things you have to learn about major arcana, minor arcana, page, knights, kings, queens, all those things. And that's one set of its own, and all the suits. And then you have to learn what they mean. And then you have to learn what they mean when they're together. So, and then we can also do crystals and pendulums with it. And then that way you can see how they kind of go together. And next week I was actually probably going to do an EVP session with somebody in a rod session. Like I said, so if y'all are interested in that, we'll also be doing that as a split screen possibly. So I'm really hoping that will go through. And there's also somebody I am in contact with about automatic writing. So again, I am trying to bring more to the page to show y'all that there's a lot that goes into this. So again, I want to thank y'all for being here. Does anybody else have any questions before I sign out? Because I'm kind of hungry and I think I'm going to go to bed. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Because I don't know much about Patreon, so I'm not promising it's going to be anytime soon. It might not be until next month before I can actually set it up. I don't know how it works. I've never looked into it. But I can do it for a short time to just do the classes and let y'all kind of know what each card itself means, and then what it means in reverse and what it means next to another card. You're welcome, Jay. Thank you for that compliment. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you, Haley. Thank you, everybody, for giving a thumbs up. And like I said, I will look into it. I just can't guarantee I don't know how soon you can set up something like that. So tomorrow when I get up in the morning, I'll look at it, and then I will let y'all know in tomorrow's live about the time frame, the ETA of how long it'll be before it's set up. Yeah, Robin, as soon as, it will take maybe I think 10 to 15 minutes, but once it does, it completely uploads, and then you can push the live chat, and then it'll show you the whole chat as it's going on. The only difference is you can't chat, you can't interact, but you can still make comments on the video once it's done if you choose so. Thank you, Arthur. That's very sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you, Katie, and thank you, Jaws. Thank you, Star. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Lily. Yes, thank you, Arthur. I greatly appreciate that. Like I said, so again, I want to thank y'all all for being here. Like I said, I'm sorry that I'm running behind and I'm just a little bit tired, but I have had to take care of a few things in the last few days that were a bit unexpected at the last minute, and so it was something that kind of drained me a bit. So just in the sense that I had to take care of it. So again, I apologize for having to sign out earlier than what I normally do. But again, I will see y'all tomorrow, like I said, and we will go ahead and I will let y'all know how that whole setup as far as the cards and the teaching and the different decks and all that kind of stuff goes with the Patreon account. And we'll set a price and see if it has to be certain hours or things like that. I'm not really sure. So y'all have a good night. I love each and every one of you. Yes, and y'all rest well also. Good night, baby mama. Good night, Meg. Good night, Mystic. Good night, Joyce. Good night, Star. Good night, Haley. Good, Haley. Keep reading up on it. It helps. Good night, Ann. Good night, Crash. Good night, Lynn, Anita, Julia, and Katie. Like I said, love you all too. Like I said, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out because I know I repeat myself 5 times about it. So, again, good night, Jaws. Like I said, good night, each and to every one of you. And again, thank you for being here and thank you for being patient and waiting. Like I said, again, I hope that y'all were able to get something from the spread, and I will see y'all tomorrow evening, and I will let y'all know how that'll go with the classes. So I will talk to y'all soon, and y'all have a great night. Love each and every one of you, and thank you for being part of the Southern Soul Tarot fam. And I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for being part of us hitting 2K. Y'all have a good one.